There's a name for what happens to your body after a long social day. Most people don't know it. This is for them. It's strange how sometimes you don't realize how tired you are until the room finally goes quiet. Not during the conversation. Not while people are still there. Sometimes you're completely fine when it's happening. You answer at the right time. You laugh when something's funny. You make eye contact. Everything goes okay. And then you get home, and suddenly your body feels heavy in a way that doesn't fully make sense. Not sad exactly, not anxious exactly. Just like your mind is still surrounded by people even though nobody's there anymore. There's a cup on my table. It's been empty for a while. I keep meaning to get up and wash it, but I haven't. That's not a metaphor. It's just an empty cup, and a tired person who didn't move it. And the strange part is, sometimes nothing even happened. Nobody was rude. Nobody asked too much of you. Nobody hurt your feelings. The interaction itself might have even been good, but your brain never really stopped adjusting. Tone, timing, facial reactions. What to say next. How you're being perceived. Whether you're talking too much. Whether you're too quiet. Whether your face is making the right shape. Tiny, invisible calculations. Running quietly in the background. The entire time. And when everything finally ends, your nervous system keeps going for a while. Like a machine that doesn't know the factory already closed. You sit there in the quiet, and nothing is wrong. But nothing is settled either. That's the arrival, not a door slamming. Just the slow recognition that you've been performing without a script for hours. I think sometimes we're taught that rest has to look a certain way. Candles, tea, a bath, deep breathing, a full ritual with a name. But most nights, rest just looks like not doing the next thing. Not deciding to feel better, not journaling about it, not processing anything, just the absence of another demand. I like looking at the sky outside the window and try to match my rhythm with theirs. Helps me calm down. Let them dictate my calm. You don't have to understand why you feel this way. You don't have to trace it back to childhood. You don't have to find the root cause. Sometimes the body is just tired. No backstory required. And honestly, the search for an explanation can become its own kind of exhaustion. What's wrong with me? Why do I feel this way? Why can't I just be normal about a simple conversation? Those questions ask a lot from someone who's already empty. You don't have to answer them tonight. You can just leave them sitting there, like the cup. Unwashed. Unresolved. Fine. Let your body breathe. You know that feeling when you're trying to fall asleep, but your brain is still running through the day like a checklist it can't put down? Not even important things. Just things, the way someone looked at you. A pause that felt weird, something you said that you keep rehearing. That's what I mean. The factory doesn't know it's closed. And here's the thing, nobody says out loud. Sometimes that background processing isn't anxiety. It's not trauma. It's not a disorder. It's just your brain still trying to keep you safe, even though you're already home, even though nobody's watching anymore. Funny how I have to convince my brain. It's okay now. We're safe. Sometimes I have to say it over and over, like grabbing the steering wheel because the autopilot is a little glitchy and needs help finding the right direction. Yeah. Sometimes they need discipline, but gentle discipline. Like how you would handle someone you love who won't look forward when they walk. You don't yank their arm, you just gently turn their head. It's okay. Nothing's happening. It's okay. See, nothing there. Just try to relax. That's all. And this practice You do it over and over. Every time your body gives a signal that there's danger when there's no danger. Sometimes it's just a meeting notification. Sometimes it's just a memory. Nothing that actually threatens your safety. You're injecting a new program. That this thing is actually safe. And don't expect a good reaction the first time you inject it. Or the 10th time. It takes multiple tries. Be patient with yourself. P, are you safe right now? Just check. In this room. In this quiet. You're safe. Let's continue. The lamp in this room is too warm for reading, but it's perfect for doing nothing. It turns the wall a color I don't have a name for. Kind of like tea that's been sitting too long, or late afternoon in November. I noticed earlier that one of my houseplants is leaning toward the window more than usual. Not in a desperate way. Just leaning. That's the kind of observation you only make when you're not trying to be productive. When you're just looking without needing to do anything about what you see. There's a crack in the ceiling above my desk. It's been there for maybe 2 years. I don't even see it anymore. But sometimes on nights like this, I look up and remember it's there. Nothing has changed about the crack. It hasn't gotten bigger. It hasn't fixed itself. It just exists. And somehow that feels comforting. Something that doesn't need to be solved. You don't have to solve anything tonight either. Not the crack in the ceiling. Not the feeling in your chest. Not the replay in your head. Just let it be a crack. Let it be a feeling. Let it be a replay. There's a quiet pressure sometimes. After a long day, when you finally sit down, the pressure to feel better. Like, okay, I'm resting now, so why don't I feel rested? Something must be wrong with me. I must not be doing rest correctly. That pressure is not helping. It's just another task, another thing to get right. You don't have to feel better by the end of this. You don't have to feel calmer. You don't have to feel anything in particular. If you're still tense, that's fine. If your jaw is still tight, that's fine. If you can't stop thinking about something from 3 hours ago, that's fine. Rest isn't a performance. It doesn't have a right outcome. Sometimes rest just means not making it worse. Not adding shame on top of exhaustion. Not telling yourself you're broken because you're still tired. Not demanding that your body perform recovery on a timeline. That's not rest. That's another job. So for the next few minutes, no job. No right way to feel. No pressure to arrive anywhere. Just sitting in a room with someone who isn't checking your progress. You don't owe anyone access to your inner world right now. Not me. Not yourself. Not the version of you that's still trying to figure things out. Let the thoughts be half-finished. Let the feelings be unnamed. Let the body just be a body for a while. I think sometimes we're afraid that if we stop processing, if we stop analyzing, if we stop trying to understand why we feel the way we feel, then something bad will happen. We'll miss something important. We'll stay stuck forever. But I've noticed the opposite. Sometimes the stuckness isn't caused by not processing enough. It's caused by processing too much, by never letting the system just idle. Every machine needs idle time, not turned off. Not running at full speed. Just idling. The hum. The low power. The background. That's what this is. Idle time for a nervous system that's been running hot all day. You don't have to do anything special to achieve it. You're already in it, just by being here. Just by not leaving. Let the thoughts come and go. Let the replay run. Let the body sit however it wants to sit. No one is grading this. No one is watching. No one is keeping score of how well you're resting. The room is still here. The lamp is still warm. The cup is still empty. Nothing has changed, and somehow that's the point. Not everything has to move forward. Not everything has to improve. Some things just need to be allowed to stay still. The room is getting darker now. I haven't turned on another light. It feels okay to let things get a little dim. You don't have to stay until the end of this. You don't have to finish it. That's not failure. That's just knowing what you need. If you want to close your eyes, close them. If you want to look at the ceiling, look at the ceiling. If you want to get up and get water, get up. You're not trapped here, and you're not being asked to perform attention. I'm going to stop trying to say anything meaningful now, not because there's nothing left. Because meaning isn't the point anymore. The point is just being here. Being done. Being allowed to be done. It's okay, it was a long day. You don't have to make sense of it tonight. The machine will turn off when it's ready. Not when you tell it to. When it's ready. And until then, you can just sit here, in the dim light, watching the flame. Let it move however it wants to move. You don't have to match it. Just let it be there. That's enough. That's already enough. Yeah. That's it. You're still here, or you're not. Either way, it was quiet, and that mattered.